Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is your dailies, and today we will be reading the energies for the 31st of March and 1st of April. And guys, do you realize we have already crossed March? I mean, it just feels that the year had just started and we are already finished a quarter. Time flies, yeah, time flies. Alright, now the existing subscribers, you know what to do. You can always fast forward to the readings, and for the new people, welcome, a hearty welcome to you guys. And before we start, let me just go through the usual rules so that you guys are aware. These are generic readings. It will not resonate with every sign in the world, because that is just not possible. So if you are resonating, then that means you are supposed to listen to these messages, and if you are not, then please check your moon or your Venus or your rising, and especially your rising and your moon sign, because most of the times our sun sign and our moon sign and our ascending or the rising signs are different. So let's see what the market has. I will be reading them sign wise, broken into groups, and I think the market is going pretty good, and so a good time for all investors and people who are new here. If you want to connect with me, or you want to go in to know about specific energies or about your specific investments, then please connect with me in Discord. The links are in the description below. You can join me in Discord, have a talk with me there directly, and go in for a private reading. If this resonates with you, a like, share and subscribe is what I would like, and if it doesn't, please feel free to discard it. And as I keep saying, tarot reads the energies. Time is fluid, so there could be sometimes that it happens that things are already happening with you, or things have already happened with you. So that is nothing to be surprised about, because it's something called the divine timing, and so we humans cannot control that. So without much delay, let's start. Alright, so we start with the fire signs: Aries, Leo and Sagittarius. Let's see, the fire signs: Aries, Leo and Sagittarius. What do we have here for the 31st of March and the 1st of April? And happy April Fool's Day, people. Have fun making pranks and laugh out a lot. Be positive. Stay happy, right? And a simple law of attraction tip: wherever your energy goes, that is the thing that you manifest in your life. So if you don't want anything negative, or if you want to avoid a negative situation, people, please stop thinking about them, because the more you think about those situations, the more you attract them in your life, right? So Aries, Leo and Sagittarius, what do we have for you for tomorrow and day after? Aries, Leo and Sagittarius, 31st of March and 1st April. Aries, ooh, interesting. Leo, very nice. Sagittarius, what happened, Sagittarius? You were going good. Alright. So I see it all about sleepless nights, anxiety. What is this anxiety all about? Is it because you've made some wrong investments? Is it because you're scared whether to go ahead and go ahead with a particular investment. What is it? I mean, it is something about some anxiety that keeps you up during the night, and it's difficult for you to sleep, or it's difficult for you to you're going through those depression, anxious fears. But understand, this is a card of completely mental, this is something completely in your mind, right? This Nine of Swords is all about your mind. So it has got nothing to do with reality. Maybe the reality is not as much as you are fearing. So Aries, strength. Something has gone wrong somewhere. You are now patient, and prior investments, it could be that prior investments didn't work out the way you thought it would, and now you are very patient, and now you are kind of taming the beast. You are more into yourself, you're more confident, and you are ready to take on the market, and you are weighing every situation before making your decision. And only thing is that don't be stubborn. What I can suggest as an investor, yes, a good time. You have the knowledge, you have the patience, you have the confidence, you are taking things as they come. You are no longer you're no longer affected by this Nine of Swords energy. You know that you have been hurt in the past, or cheated in the past, or you did not get returns as expected in the past, but you are coming out of it, or you're coming out of that energy now, and you are more confident on yourself, and you are, but only thing is, make sure, Aries, that this confidence does not lead to overconfidence and does not lead to arrogance. So, and don't think of too much of a long run. Sometimes strength can think of things of very much in the long run. You can think of, if I invest today, what is it going to be 1 year down the line, or 6 months down the line, or 2 years down the line. But that's a long period. Take things as they come. Good time for you to balance your investments. Good time if you want to go ahead and make some investments, or try out some new offers. But at the same time, don't be arrogant, and don't overthink. Don't overthink. Right? So now let's see, Leo. So a good time, Aries. Yes, you can definitely go ahead with your investments, or go ahead and play in the market, but at the same time, just be careful. Look at the short-term trends before making a decision. Don't go too much by the long term, is what I can advise you. All right, Leo, end of a heartbreak. So do you see this? You have a heartbreak situation, you are coming out of it, there is anxiety. So what is it, Leo? What happened in the past? Whatever happened in the past, you lost a lot of money, or you lost, you had faith in certain projects, or you had faith in the market, and you were burnt badly. And so it was something that affected you in a very bad way. Maybe you lost a lot of money, or you trusted wrong projects, or whatever. So that's the kind of energy that I'm getting. So, but then you are coming out of it. You're coming out of this negative, depressed energy. Yes, there will be delays. So I would suggest, take some time out. Do not play much in the market for the next 2 days. Just sit back, relax, watch. I think this was your reading even for the past 2 days. Sit back, evaluate everything, watch everything, and maybe you can consider, I mean, weigh the pros and cons, and but at the same time, not a very good time to go ahead with your investments, because if you do, there's going to be delays. There are going to be delays in returns, or you might feel lack of confidence or lack of trust to go ahead. So if you want, I would advise take a step back for the next 2 days. Do not do much of an activity, or do not take unnecessary risk. Alright, Sagittarius, you were going good. What happened to you? Three of Cups in reverse. Why did you lose that confidence? Is it because of this anxiety? Is it because of these investments that you had, which you can see them not giving you the right kind of returns as you were expecting? Or is it because you feel depression? Or is it because your past hurts are coming into your happiness, your present confidence, or your present optimism? So you are in a kind of negative mindset. So if you ask me, this is not the right time for you to do any kind of investments, because that would only lead to, as I say in law of attraction, if you are doing something out of negativity or out of fear, or you have a deep rooted fear inside you while you are doing something, and that is what you are going to manifest. So if you are in this negative kind of energy, and you're feeling low, or you're feeling lack of confidence, or you're feeling negative, and you are suffering from anxiety of past disappointments, and you are fearing whether to go ahead or not, I would suggest do not a very good time for you. So fire signs, as I can see, apart from Aries, both of you, I mean, not a very good time to play in the market for the next 2 days. Even Aries, you need to look at things from a different perspective, have that patience, and take things slow. So you have the Strength card. Do not be overconfident is what I can tell you. So fire signs, hold on. I know you guys are always in a hurry, in a rush. You're the typical fire sign, but then this is not the right time. The next 2 days, take it slow, take it easy, calm yourself, come out of this anxiety. Everything changes, nothing stays permanent in the world. Every situation changes. So if things have been good, things will go bad. If things have been bad, things will go good. That's the way of life. Alright, earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. What do we have here? For the thinkers, for the analyzers. Somebody was telling me that day, I mean, earth signs hardly talk, and well, that is how they are. They are more grounded. They like to be inside themselves. They like to think a lot. That's the characteristic. I mean, every sign has a few characteristics, and it's if everybody would have been the same, then life would have been so boring. I mean, if fire, air, earth, and water all behaved in the same way, then the world would be such a boring place, huh? Alright, earth signs, what do we have for you? I'm sorry guys, I've been suffering from this throat infection past few days. Excuse me. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. What do we have for the 31st to the 1st of April? Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. What do we need to see? Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Alright. Taurus, Virgo, Very nice. Capricorn. Okay. End of conflict. 5 of Wands. End of that blame game. End of blaming each other. End of back and forth communication, and the blame game, blaming each other or blaming others for your own things that went wrong with you. So that kind of energy. So 5 of Wands in reverse would mean the coming out of a conflict and compromises, or it could also mean reprioritizing. You could be reprioritizing certain things in your life, or the way you trade or the way you invest, you might be reprioritizing them. So that's the kind of, so a good positive energy. Now what do we have here? Okay, Taurus, the 2 of Swords in reverse. So Taurus, you are confused. You are like kind of in an energy, should I not, should I go ahead, do I even make a decision, do I buy, do not buy? I mean, you're oscillating, you're vacillating rather. So you are seeing merit in everybody's argument. For example, if it's like this, that there is this new coin, and let's say it's doing good in the market, and your friends tell you, okay, look, if you have to invest, instead of going for the top 10, why don't you try this? Even if this coin price goes down to by 90%, you still make profit out of your investment because you are thinking long term. You see merit in that argument. And the next moment another person advises you that no, that's not what you're going to do. You stick to your basic, stick to reprioritize, stop playing around with other coins which are not there in the world ranking of top 20. There are thousands of coins in the market. Forget that. You stick to your top 10. You see merit in that too. So you ultimately are stuck. You don't know whether you want to compromise, listen to others, or listen to yourself. So you are in that kind of a mind space. You are more confused than you would have been had this card is about making a decision, and but then you're not able to. So you might even end up confronting with a few people, blaming them, or telling them, or it could happen with you that you had advised somebody towards some investment, or as I hear that coins have these pre-sales, so maybe you had advised somebody to go ahead with a particular pre-sales, and now the coin price is down, so you feel bad, you feel guilty. Maybe that person isn't so worried, it's you who is more worried. So you are looking for ending this conflict, reaching out to that person, and maybe extending a sorry that it was your mistake, your wrong decision. So if you're in that kind of a mindset, Taurus, then I would say step back, clear your mind before you make any decision. Not a very good time for you to play in the market, because you will end up making mistakes. You will end up making wrong decisions, which will again might lead to even further problems. So it's better that you take a step back, and you watch things from far and wait till you are out of your mind space, and then go ahead with your investments. Okay, now Virgo, Temperance, using your common sense, you have your confidence, and you are seeing things from a more objective perspective. Enough of conflict, end of conflict, end of that wishy-washy kind of mentality, should I not, you're not stuck. You are more confident. You are seeing things objectively. You are seeing things from the correct perspective, and you do not want any further arguments. You know what you have to do, and you are going ahead with that. So very good, Virgo. A good time for you to play in this market. A good time, because I see you are compromising. Maybe you are compromising in the way you expected things in the past. In the past, maybe you were expecting too much out of a particular project, but now it's like your expectations are compromised. You are expecting a steady growth in your investment. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to grow 10 times, 20 times overnight. You're happy even if it grows by 3 times or 2 times or even half a time, but you're happy with that. So it's like using more of common sense and good management. So a very good, Virgo. So definitely go ahead and play in the market. This is a good time for people like you for investments or speculations. So Virgo, yes, I would suggest it's going to be good for you. Alright, Capricorn, death. You are growing, Capricorn. I don't see it as things coming to an end, but I see you are growing. You are acknowledging things, and you are no longer in that self-pity or stuck in your old habits. You are coming out of that. You are thinking differently. You are changing. You are changing. You are coming out of this Five of Wands energy. You are coming out of these confronting people or complaining or blaming others for your failures. You're coming out of that energy, and you're taking responsibility of whatever is happening. So you are going through a lot of changes. I mean, Virgo and Capricorn, you both are major arcanas, and major arcanas are definitely something which are major changes. These minor arcanas like the wands and the swords energies, they might happen, they might not happen, but major arcana, if they are coming out, it is bound to happen. So I see you going through a lot of changes, and so if you feel you are getting your confidence back, you're acknowledging your mistakes, your past mistakes, you're acknowledging that whatever has happened with you in the investment scenario was your responsibility and nobody else. So you are coming out of that energy of blaming others and that kind of negativity, and you are going into something more positive. You are more confident in yourself. So should you invest in the next 2 days? Well, it depends on your mindset. You can if you want to, because you have changed, you have a different perspective now, and you see things differently. So if you do, you would do it with a different mindset altogether. So yes, you can. But at the same time, if you do not feel confident, or if your perspective has changed, and if you were a reckless investor in the past, carried by emotions, carried by what people are saying, or carried away by peer pressure, then you're coming out of that. So maybe you will take some time and evaluate all the investments that you have. So instead of it could be that you were a buyer all the time, but now you're thinking about selling, so you are more into the seller kind of mindset. Or had you been a seller, now you're thinking of buying and rotating, or your investment. I mean, you're diversifying your investment. So should you go ahead in the market and play? Yes, you should. You could. I wouldn't say you should. Virgo, yes, you should. Taurus, definitely no. And Capricorn, you could. So that is all I can say. You could. Now it's all up to you, and it's your free will. So let's see what the others are saying. So alright, we do the water signs now. Come on, water signs. So far the readings have been, it's weird, no? I mean, one person or one sign of the group has a go ahead, and the other twos are like, no, you don't. And then just the vice versa for the next one. It's like one person you stop there and the other two have the green signal. So it's like more of traffic management today. What's happening? And if these do not resonate, again, please check your moon or your rising, because sometimes sun signs do not affect us as much as our moon signs. So water signs, what do we have for water signs? Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. What do we have for the 31st and the 1st of April? Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. Show me what we have. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Okay, again, a lot of coming out of negative energies. See this? Five of Pentacles in reverse. Again, that coming out of that left out in the cold energy. Five of Pentacles in straight means you are, you feel that as if you've been ditched. People have left you out. People have made you, go through a loss. It wasn't your decision. Maybe you got carried away, or it was somebody else's decision. And I see you coming out of that. So you are coming out of that. You're ending that cycle of feeling left out. Rather, you are more into like seeing opportunities now, feeling them now. You are more matured. Okay, now Cancer. Let's see. You have the King of Cups in reverse. So your team, or if you are a developer, or if you are a trader who works in a team, you feel people are slow. You want to move ahead, but things are not working out. So I would suggest read between the lines before you make any investments, and keep a backup plan, and keep helping out, because if you're working in a team, or if you invest as a team, or if you are a developer working as a team, no, not the right time. I mean, you will have last moment changes. You might face challenges. You might see people backing out the last minute, and you feel frustrated because of that. Don't be. Keep a backup plan. So if you are going ahead with investments, then in that means if you are planning to invest in coin A, let's see, keep that in mind that coin A might fail. So what if it fails? Then what do? Do you have a backup plan? Do you have a plan B? That's the energy. So go with it. I mean, if you want to invest, again, if you ask me that whether I should, I shouldn't kind of energy, I would say you could if you have a backup plan. If you do not have a backup plan, then you shouldn't. So if you want to invest or play in the market, go ahead, play in the market only if you have a backup plan, or you have support, or you have people to fall back on, or your investments, other investments to fall back on. Because if you're focusing on one thing, then there you could see a last moment change. You could see a last moment, something which hits you, and you're like, oh, I didn't mean this. I mean, this is not what I wanted. This is not what I had planned. I mean, how can this happen with me? So instead of going with that, know that things can fail too. It's good to be positive. A King of Cups and straight is a very positive kind of energy, but it can go the other way around. So what is your backup in case it goes wrong? If you have a backup, go ahead in the market, but you would have to play it alone. Get it straight. And if you do not have a backup, I would suggest no. No, not the good time. So, leave it for the next 2 days. Okay, now Scorpio, coming out of a very sneaky behavior, coming out of competition. Seven of Swords in reverse. Coming out, you see this mouse, this person, it looks like as if it's stolen, you see that sly smile on its face. And I'll show you in straight. See this? That sly smile on that mouse face. Can you see it now? Yeah, you can. So it's like as if, somebody was trying to steal from you. This is a card, this thief in the tarot. So somebody tried to steal from you. Somebody tried to take, advantage of your friends have let you down, or people have let you down in the past. Now when in reverse, it means there are pressures there, but then you have learned. You have come out of that energy. Of course, the pressures are still there because somebody stole from you, right? So you were feeling left out in the cold, but now you have forgiven them, or you have come out of that. You do not feel left out in the cold anymore. You feel more confident on yourself. And so you have learned, you have your lesson learned from here. You know that you had got cheated, and so next time you know what to do and what not to do if you want success in the market. So should you go ahead and make investments? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. If you do, you have your past lesson learned only if you apply them. Only if you apply them. If you, once fooled, shame on you, but twice fooled, it's shame on me. So that should be, that's the scenario with you. Had you been fooled earlier or cheated earlier by people, then, well, it was there. It was just a matter of timing. You had to learn your lessons, but now you have learned them. So despite that, if you go ahead and make the same old mistakes, then it's completely your ownership. Then you cannot blame somebody else, right? Because you had learned your lesson. And if you haven't learned your lesson, then nobody can help you. So whether you should go ahead and make investments, yes, you can or you could, provided you are using your past lesson learned, right? All right. Pisces, the devil in reverse. So things, you are a bit uptight. You are a bit uptight, and you are kind of stuck in in your past issues. So maybe that's the reason you're not able to make much progress in your present scenario. Though you have the devil in reverse, is a Capricorn energy, the devil, but devil can also mean getting possessed by something, an obsession, or that obsessive compulsive desire to rule, that I know it all, and that being materialistic, or the ability that those things, those behaviors of yours are not serving you, they're not giving you good results, but yet you cannot come out of them. But now with that in reverse, you're free Piscean, but at the same time you're not habituated. You know what I mean? It's like suddenly I set you free from your cage, but you are still habituated and happy in that little cage of yours. You see that door open, but you're scared to fly out. So you're still unclear. Should I not? And you are judging others, or you are easily scared or threatened or intimidated with others. So don't let your past failures or past habits cloud your decision making. So should you go ahead and invest in the market or play in the market? Yes, you should, because now you're out of that energy of a compulsive behavior. So yes, you can. So provide, but then again, water signs, each one of you can go ahead and play in the market. You can go ahead and invest in the market or trade in the market, but all three of you have conditions attached. Cancer, if only you have a backup plan, you can. Scorpio, if only your past failures have taught you the lessons and you've learned them and they're clear in your mind now. And use your common sense. And Pisces, you're out of that, the thing, that obsession that held you. So now you have to think clearly as to what you want and go for it. So if you feel confident, but do not let your past affect the decisions you're going to take now. So do not overthink about your past loss. So if you can come out of that mental frame of thinking of your past loss, then yes, definitely a good time for you to go ahead and play in the market. Alright, the last ones but not the least, the air signs. Gemini, Libra and Aquarius. What do we have for you? I mean, overall, I see a lot of coming out, cleansing from negativity kind of energy, right? For all three signs. You're coming out of past hurts, you're coming out of past conflicts. So maybe it's the Mercury retrograde, now that it's past. And I know people have been acting weird in that energy. And with the sun movement and with the equinox, the spring, the new moon that is going to happen on Aries. So it's going to be the sun and the moon on Aries on the 5th of April. That's going to be an interesting thing. I mean, a lot of you will feel that energy, especially water signs. You are affected by the moon a lot. So, Pisces and Cancer especially. So I see a lot of cleansing and a lot of balance, as I kept saying that this month, and with the full moon on Libra again on the 21st of April, you will see a lot of balancing. Actually, you will see a lot of balancing. A lot of balancing is going to happen, and you can start feeling it. You can see things which are not serving you. You've started acknowledging them, seeing them, relations or investments or money or patterns, habits, whatever is not serving you. Every one of us, you're feeling it, right? So anyways, air signs, Gemini, Libra and Aquarius. What do we have for air signs? Gemini, Libra, Aquarius for the 31st and 1st of April. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Alright, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. What happened to you, air signs? The 7 of Pentacles in reverse. Not patient, don't have the patience anymore. Tired, want to charge ahead, want to make those decisions, want to go ahead and do what you want to do, and you do not have the patience to wait and watch. Is it that lack of patience that is working on you? I mean, you have been you are there's no, I mean, you have this thing that enough of waiting, enough of listening to people. I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do, or I have made this decision and I'm going ahead with it, I'm sticking to it. Is that the kind of energy that you're feeling? Because that is what I'm getting. It's like that lack of patience, no longer patiently waiting, enough of what people tell or what the market says or what people have been advising me. I would do what I want to do. That's the kind of energy, right? So why that rush, air signs? I mean, alright, let's see. Gemini, you are hesitant. You have been patient till now, but now you have doubt on your success, because maybe you faced a little competition, or whatever you had invested, maybe the prices have suddenly gone down, or maybe the kind of growth that you wanted, You don't see it happening. Some delay in that, and that has given a jolt to your patience. So you are like running out of patience. You suddenly do not have the patience. See this? You do not have the patience anymore. You do not feel that confidence in your investment. You feel hesitant. Will it at all give me what I'm looking for? Did I do the right thing? Did I put the right sell order? Did I put the right buy value? Should I have waited for 2 more days? Nah, I don't want to wait. Is that the kind of energy that you're getting? Well, if that is the situation, understand this, Gemini, that's a market, that's a crypto market. There will always be competition. You cannot be the winner all the time. So should you go ahead and play for the next 2 days? I would suggest no. Because if you're impatient and you are not confident on your investments, then sit back. It's just a matter of a couple of days. Sit back. Not a very good time for you to make any investments. You are not confident. It's not about the market. Market is good. It's about you. You are not confident. So I would suggest that doesn't matter. Take a step back, sit back, and so should you go ahead with investments or play in this market for the next 2 days? No, you shouldn't. Alright, now Libra. The Two of Pentacles in reverse, with this lack of patience. So maybe this lack of patience is driving you to make decisions which are not well thought decisions. These are all about pentacles. This is all about money, but not very well thought, because you are impatient. You don't have the patience to wait and evaluate and think so much. So you would rather want to just jump in and get the things done with, but you are not reflecting on what your motives are before dealing with people, team, or you're not acting with integrity. Because you're not confident, you're not patient, you don't have the time to wait, you just want to. So you will end up making decisions or doing things which you will regret later, a couple of days later, because you are a Libra. Remember, it's all about balancing. So you will regret a few days later. So should you go ahead and play in the market for the next 2 days? No, you shouldn't. Again, like Gemini, you shouldn't. Stay away. If this is the kind of base energy of impatience, then I would suggest no, not a good time. Air energies, till now, Gemini, Libra, no. This is not your time. Maybe you should sit back, evaluate exactly what you want in life, and then then go ahead and make your decision. So if that means sitting back and watching the market for the next 2 days, do that. Right? Alright, the last one, Aquarius. The Fool in reverse. Now this is a major arcana, right? So Fool in straight would mean somebody who is ready to take the leap of faith, somebody who doesn't care about the outcome, is positive, wants to just head ahead. But here I see that lack of patience. Why? Because you're the Fool in reverse. And what does this Fool in reverse mean? The Fool in reverse means that you are tight on schedule. Time is a problem for you. So should you, and you do not have patience. So a double card of, time is running short. You are full with things are, you are too occupied with a lot of things. So you do not have the patience, and your overall energy is the lack of patience. So 2 times, do not have the patience, do not have time. Time is a luxury as of now for you. Should you go ahead and make any business deals? No, you absolutely shouldn't. So air signs are a no-no for the next 2 days. Do not do any investment on the 31st and 1st of April. We'll read your energy for the 2nd and 3rd when we do. But right now, if you ask me, good time for you to invest? No. All three of you, absolutely not. Reason, you are impatient and you are not seeing things clearly. And if you're not seeing things clearly, this is definitely not the time to play in the market, because that would lead to financial losses. And nobody wants that, right? So, right, did I cover all? Yeah, fire, earth, water, air. Yes, I did. So, thank you very much, everybody. And before I close, a very, very thank you once again. And if you like these readings, then please do like, share, subscribe, as I keep saying, because your comments, your share, your like helps me sustain the channel, and it gives that channel a chance to grow. And please also let me know from which part of the world you're tuned in from, because it's always very interesting to know that where people are connecting from. And if you want to know more details about your personal investments in particular, then as I always say, join my Discord. It's a very close-knit community. We talk to each other there, so join there. Go for a private reading if you want to. If you do not, continue enjoying. These readings are free and they're for all. So if they might resonate with you, sometimes they might not, but take it as it resonates. If it doesn't, feel free to throw it, because after all, we're talking about investment. So apart from tarot, you should use a bit of your patience, perspective, expertise, and knowledge, of course. So I'll see you again with your dailies on the 2nd. Until then, take care, stay positive, and have a very happy April Fool's Day. And yes, let me know from where you guys have tuned in. Alright, so I'll see you next time. Ciao.